Welcome to Hot Chocolate from the Polar Express. We're going to try something new this time and show it to you 3 different ways. In a seated position, low impact standing, and high impact standing. That way you can choose the modification that you need for your specific classes. I'm going to start seated, and this is going to be a bit of a breakdown shakedown, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to really simplify these steps to their simplest, most elemental forms. The way that I would teach a class of Drums Alive people who maybe don't know much about Drums Alive and really need to be handheld throughout it all. So let me take you through it that way too. So I'm seated, I have my scarf sticks. No need for drum sets on this. So with your hands to the right, we're going to make a letter L. Left hand up, right hand out. There it is. And back in. Out and in. Out and in. On the words hot, hot. Ready, here we go. And hot, hot. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hot, hot. Again, 2, 3, 4. Hot, hot. So we do it 3 times. Let's try it on the left side. So right hand up, left hand out. Here we go. Hot, hot. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Hot, hot. Again, 2, 3, 4. Hot, hot. Yes. Now bring it back over here. And this time, let's add a little bit of a lean as we do it. By the way, for those of you who are teaching students that are not in a seated position, you can go ahead and teach this the exact same way. We just did this. Now we're going to be leaning. So same thing. I'm just doing it in a seated position. So here it goes. Hot, hot. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Hot, hot. A 1, 2, 3, 4. Hot, hot. Let's switch to the other side and have you notice that my eyes are looking at the sticks. Hot, hot. And 1, 2. Watch my eyes. Hot, hot. So that's eye-hand coordination. Hot, hot. So that's the 3 times. Now, let's change it up to where we do 1 on the right, 1 on the left, 1 on the right. That's going to be our 3 times. Here we go. Hot, hot, and left side now. Hot, hot, and right side now. Hot, hot. That's it. Now, let's start on the left side this time. Here we go. Hot, hot, and right side. Lean now. Hot, hot, and the left side. Go. Hot, hot. Yes. Now, let's add something else to it. We're going to start on the right side again, but we're going to go right, left, right, with an overhead circle in between each. That will be our traveling motion to get to the opposite side. Don't forget to lean. Right side. Here we go. Hot, hot, and here we left, and hot, hot, and here we go right, and hot, hot. And here we go again. So now let's do it on the left side. Go. Hot, hot, and other side. Hot, hot. Now back to the left. Hot, hot. And yes, you've got it. So those are the main steps for section A right there. Everything I did seated, you could have been doing standing up as well. So if you are teaching a group of people who are standing up, this is how I would do it. You can add a new level, more of a low impact level. Let's add some feet. So when we're leaning, let's also add the foot. So hot, hot, and then I'm bouncing on my toes as I move with my hands. Left side. Hot, hot, and bounce on the toes. Hot, hot, and bounce on the toes. Got it? So let's try it on the left side. Point out. Hot, hot, and bounce on your toes. Step out and bounce one more time. And hot, hot, and bounce right here. Now, we do 3, but then we just stop. What are we going to do in that in-between time? That in-between time is for your students to create. Then they do whatever they want. And it's not a lot of time, but it's enough time to just do a little something and get ready to go. So that's the standing up version. Now, if you'd like to ramp it up a little bit more, instead of just doing hot, hot, 1 letter L, how about doing 2 fast ones? Hot, hot. It's going to up your cardio. I can already feel it. So whether you're seated or whether you're standing, let's try 2 fast ones each way. Ready? Here we go. Hot, hot. And did you see my foot go too? Hot, hot. and one more time. Hot, hot, and here we go now. Then you do whatever you want. Left side, hot, hot, and up we go. Hot, hot, and up we go. Hot, hot, and up we go. And then you do whatever you want. If you're standing, then you do whatever you want right there. There's a high impact version of this section A, and it would just be a little bouncier. So, hot, hot. So what I have is my feet in the air. So I'm adding a little bit of a balance element there. Hot, hot, and then I'm actually going to travel a little bit to the left. Hot, hot, travel to the right. Hot, hot, travel back, and then I do whatever I want. Then you do it on the left side. Hot, hot, travel to the right. Hot, hot, travel to the left. Hot, hot, travel to the right, and then you do whatever you want. So you have 3 different versions of how to do section A. Here comes section B. If you're seated, it's just swaying your arms back and forth. Da, 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 da. While the music goes on, and then there's a little bit of a time for like a jazz hands, but with your scarf sticks. If you're standing up, we'll be doing the Charleston, just like this. And if you're not familiar with the Charleston, you might actually start with the feet, and you just say step forward and kick, forward touch back, forward and kick, forward touch back. And I started with my right foot, forward and kick, forward touch back. That's gonna be our Charleston, or you could even just touch front and touch back if your participants wanted to keep their feet on the ground. Add the sticks to it, there's your Charleston. So we do that a few times, and then it'll be jazz sticks time. And so I just bend my knees like that and have a little jazz stick fun. If you're doing the high impact version, it's just a little higher kick and down to the floor for the B section. And that's basically hot chocolate. You've got a little bit of an intro thing. There's just some free play. Then you've got section A, hot, hot. You can choose seated, low impact, high impact. You can choose slow L's or fast L's. You can choose to bounce with your feet or travel. A lot of choices in here. Section B is the Charleston. And then there's a part at the end. We're going to call it the coda. In music, you would call it the coda. It's a part at the end where there's going to be a time for 3 poses. 1, it's just like a frozen statue. 2, 3, and then you're going to hear the music build, and that's when our jazz hands will go from down to up. We'll have a little crazy time, and somewhere in there will be a little anticipatory pleasure freeze time, and if you don't know where it's coming, it might surprise you. So I will let you know when it's freeze time. And then we go again, and then we do the up and out. The up and out looks like this. Right hand up, left hand up, right hand out, left hand out, and then we end with our jazz sticks. So up, up, out, out, jazz sticks. Just a little tip, it would be helpful if you can become familiar with the song because there are some surprises built into there. For example, at the end of the Charleston section, the B section, sometimes there's a little transition that lasts 3 counts of 8. Another time it'll last 1 count of 8. So if you as the instructor are ready for those, then you can cue your participants into helping them out. Also, if I were doing this with younger people or people who are creative and are willing to play along with you, during the introduction, I might pantomime pouring hot chocolate, adding some marshmallows, sipping it, having some fun during that introduction. What I'm going to do right now during the introduction is just call it free play. You're going to hear a cymbal. You might want to pretend to play the cymbal. You might want to just move around, and then we'll go right into the choreography. So here comes hot chocolate. Four, 3, 2, 1.
Ooh, we got it! Hey, we got it! Say, we got it!
Do what you want, left side.
Oh, we got it! So, we got it! Yo, we got
Do
it!
what you want, Charleston.
Here we've only got one rule. Never, ever let it cool. Keep it cooking.
Jazz sticks.
Transition.
Transition. 4, 3, 2, right. Charleston.
Here we only got one rule. Never ever let it cool.
Jazz.
So you got hot chocolate.
Wait. Right side goes.
Oh, we got it. Hey, we got it. Say, we got it.
What you want? Left side.
Oh, we got it. So we got it. Yo, we got it.
Do what you want. Charleston.
Here we only got one rule. Never ever let it go.
Jazz sticks.
So you got hot chocolate.
Here we go.
Hot,